Twitch.
1, 2, 3.
It's tabletop time. It's table Twitch time.
It's Twitch Top time.
I'm sucking on a chocolate.
I'm Murray.
I'm Elle.
Good return to form. I like it.
I'm joining in.
Now I'm sucking on
waited till we finish the
the
chocolate.
chocolate is given away to like a jelly bean.
That's the
Welcome to our
best part.
chocolate ASMR.
I love
This is really epic music to go behind chocolate ASMR. It really does. It's not good for your mouth. It just like clogs you up right at the back there.
If you
Don't have chocolate before you
If
perform.
you get the popping candy, you can go. Oh yeah.
Oh,
You get banned for sexualized ASMR or something.
Welcome to our stream
on
and or
this is the YouTube video, but we're streaming.
And/or choking
We're
hazards.
streaming on Twitch now. Holy mackerel! It's Twitch stream time. If you want to check us out, go to twitch.tv/tabletop time roleplay.
It's the
Nailed it
same
first
as
try.
YouTube.
New perks such as chat that doesn't have a 45-second delay, emotes, more ways to give us money,
Tavern.
which is everyone's number one request. Everyone's number one request.
Cool art.
Oh, yeah, cool art.
Oh,
and that
yes,
is-
and wait, no,
wait, that's the old. But look,
like the button, we're gonna fix the button.
no, that was a great demonstration.
That was the bad. Oh,
Look at our new
that's
chat
We used to
stream.
be. Look at us now.
Look at this, it's so good. That was the most underwhelming.
And now in the YouTube video is
Better than
Trish's
ever
comment at the
before.
bottom there.
Here we are.
Hey.
I'm sorry, put us back, please.
So back to here.
Yeah, okay.
So everyone, just take a look at what Trish has said
There
at the
we
start of
go.
this episode. Enjoy. Well done, Trish.
No.
Long-time community member, moderator, amazing person, Trish.
My mod.
And champion of the word penis. Champion of the word penis.
And in this live, aside from the features of Twitch
penis.
itself, the layout is much improved, and we have a live. It's not live, but we have a slideshow of the month's fan art.
Was here.
Which
Which we'll probably announce next week how it's going to work in a bit more detail. But basically, every month, people's fan art will be put in a folder if they want to. So you basically will submit it to the Discord channel, and then it will go up on a rotation for that month, the next month. So like April's fan art will go up in May, and it will be on a rotation. So as each month falls away, but we'll tell you more when we know more next week.
Do you realize what we did with switching to YouTube for streaming and then back? We did New Coke and Classic Coke. We did exactly that.
That's where it all began.
This will have been the most genius marketing.
We did Coke?
Have you not heard that?
Tony Montana.
Coca-Cola
No, I haven't
launched
heard that.
New Coke. You know, everyone,
I do remember
They
this.
launched New Coke. Everyone hated it, and they brought back Classic Coke, and it sold better than ever.
Wait.
Better than they ever.
So that's
had
actually
sold.
the plan with Tabletop
That was
Roleplay.
all we wanted to do was give people a crap streaming experience.
Yeah.
So that when we came back to Twitch, it's good.
was
It's
an
good. You just wait. It's going to go crazy.
game.
Yeah.
Come
It's
join
like,
us.
Oh my god, it's the
It's
same.
gonna blow
I
up.
love
It's
it.
the same, but I mean, you needed to know that YouTube was
Something
awful
about
for
I
Twitch.
just have to
streaming.
taste it worse.
Something about Twitch brings out the worst in us in the best way.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know what it
I
we're
don't-
already.
yeah.
Our pre-stream was already just chaotic
It's
nonsense.
100% true. I
It's
don't
just
understand.
different.
Jazza
I think it's the
disappeared
live
us all.
chat.
Yeah, maybe.
It's the live interaction where people can comment on what you're doing and bounce off a joke, and it just elevates
You
itself.
definitely feel less like policed as well, I think. Like,
Just not being on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like you can say penis.
we constantly got demonetized. Like,
we?
Yeah. All of our streams were like, I had to go back and like repel the demonetization, and we didn't. We were like, no, we're well behaved. So yeah, no, it's way more chill.
So now we
and
can
fun.
do violence
Yeah.
and
Totally.
other stuff.
Which
Do you guys want to
speaking
recap
of,
last episode?
Yeah, let's do it. Did I even?
Oh, sorry, everyone.
I don't even know what it was.
I've just come back from Adepticon. My throat, my voice is very run ragged from talking a lot for 4 days. So if you guys just do,
Everything.
90%? Yeah, 95% of it.
I have
No
a
worries.
much abbreviated recap.
Okay, let's hear it.
Chapter 28. It was 28, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Ouch! In capitals, exclamation mark.
Checks
Big 3-form boss battle.
3.
Yeah.
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 It's three.
What was the
three
third form?
It was a Dark Souls boss. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
What was the third form? Just
It
wondering.
split its axe into 2 axes.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
No, the third boss was an axe with a rope tied around it.
The third boss was the friends we made along the way.
That's what I said. Yes.
The witch is following us.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Okay.
So,
Oh, I was worried. This
Oh, Chad is going to have that tonight.
I don't know how to turn it off.
Can you turn on?
but I'm confused. That must have
I can turn-
been a donation,
God.
right? Because it didn't come up
No,
anywhere.
there was
No,
cackle.
it also happens whenever you follow.
Oh, yeah.
No, but there's no. I don't have a follow notification for the last 9 minutes.
But
So
it's
that's
like-
There's also a 10-second delay, so I think
Hold
as
on.
soon as everyone's figured that out,
it was a tip. Thank you for the tip.
Nothing will
but we
happen.
didn't see it.
A witch's cackle. I'll take
We're
that.
gonna sort that out so that we'll work out there'll be a donation amount that will actually come up even in the active YouTube part of the stream.
It'd be great.
Does that make sense, everyone?
Yeah, yeah.
It won't be like $1 or $2. It'll probably be like $5
we
or
won't
more
be
or
in the
something.
middle of roleplay
We'll work it
and
out.
be interrupted by
Yeah, but
You're like
tonight,
dying.
Yeah, I don't know.
but because
We're
this
having,
is
like,
part of the YouTube video,
That's like a chat
Internet
TTS
story
on demand
moments.
right there.
as a
You're like-
special gift tonight, it will be like that. So tonight, one night only, witch cackles will ruin our stream.
It's Nanny Alto, whatever. But we
Nanny Alito.
yeah.
Alito.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah, well that works because it's just
put the
from the other room. Nanny Alito. Like,
Oh my god.
We're leaving.
okay, all right. This was a chaotic start, but let's. Oh, I'm in a cave. Let's go.
Okay,
never done that.
so you've
Chaotic.
recapped.
Yeah.
We fought a
Oh
boss.
no! Lorenzo is injured, but now has a magical gem that may also be evil. That was.
Oh yes, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
That
Okay.
was. Yeah. Cool.
Wait,
get
it was a
started.
gem?
Yeah, it was.
Are
Like
those
a,
the axe?
There were.
No, it was in his
It was
mouth,
a gem.
was
It
in
was
the
in the
corpse's mouth.
corpse. Like
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I forgot that.
and you
Eldritch
didn't touch
vibes.
it.
I like picked it up with a hanky.
Yes, because it had germs. Obviously.
Well,
Now
It
he
was in
has
his
evil
mouth.
boogers.
germs and a curse, but
Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah, chocolate.
I need to stop eating the chocolate. This is making things worse.
So,
Okay.
you are all heading back. Did you work out how you were distributing the weight of this body? I believe you did. Where are you heading?
I'm happy to carry it. Well, carry bits of it. I can't carry the whole thing.
I'm
Yeah, I
pretty
can
sure
help
we're just
carry.
heading.
Back to Nanny Alito's?
Oh, first, I think we need to have a proper discussion on what we're doing with this body.
I agree.
It's
We could ask
someone from the town.
the
They
nanny.
surely they would want to
Ask
bury
an old
him.
lady what to do with the
but-
body.
Well, she
I
told us
recall-
to go and find it.
The last time that
Hey, Granny.
we entered a town with bodies on a wagon, the people were a little bit upset.
Well, we go tell the mayor. It is her family, is it not?
Yes, but I think Arvin's point is we don't want to be parading the body around.
No,
to get
that's why
to
I said
the mayor.
tell the mayor.
Tell the mayor first.
Yes.
Drag the mayor out. The mayor
We
who
don't
refused
bring
to see
the body
us.
back. We tell the.
We could put a sheet over it.
Very discreet.
You are a brilliant engineer. I can tell.
Did any of you carry a sheet with you?
Oh.
I'm assuming once we get into town.
That you'll rob someone and take
Heck
their
yeah, I
bed
will.
sheets?
Heck yeah, I will. Someone's
still
laundry.
think we should.
It's mine.
Well, the nanny's house is closest to the forest, right? We at least report we've done the job that she sent us on for.
Oh,
Yeah.
I also have this. And I pull out the axe that non-threateningly.
Mm-hmm.
There's a chance that this is, I remember it had something personal engraved on it, or it was made of a certain metal or something like that. I can't remember what it was.
It used to be fancy.
Yeah, it was quite nice,
Yeah.
but it's now degraded to the point of uselessness. But it did have like a, I think it was the house. No, he had the
Yeah.
house crest engraving on his jacket on a piece of a jerkin. But you know what? I'm just going to say for the sake of it that it is identifiable as his axe. It's unique in design.
It does have a healthy amount of blood on it.
I can clean it. I wipe it on the ground.
Be careful.
This may
that's-
help.
It's bits of Lorenzo there.
And how will that help? Besides threatening them?
No, it has the crest on it. So if you present this in a non-threatening way, maybe she'll be more inclined to. I don't know.
If I look around the group, do we look pretty non-threatening because we're all injured
no.
and
I
I
shriveled?
think we're
That makes
almost
you look more
all
threatening.
dead. Yeah, I think
Oh.
so. Who's got 1 health? Okay, that's 3 out of 4.
So the
I thought
difference.
that would make us look weak.
No, but you see this. You see the thing is
Don't poke me.
now to a military platoon, it would make you look weak.
Yeah.
But if you're like a lone civilian hanging out your washing, and then 4 people walk up to you covered in blood and in tatters, it's going to make you look significantly more bad. Well, bad to spend time with.
Intimidating.
Yeah.
And the mayor doesn't like us anyway.
Let alone
I
the gelding.
still suggest stopping
Imagine.
by.
Imagine what she'll throw at
Nanny's
you
place.
I agree.
when you tell her you have the deceased.
She is far enough from town that I think we can bring the body to the outskirts of the forest.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes. Well,
Beautiful.
let us.
He just wanted to say it
Yeah.
more. You-
I'm assuming the body isn't like as heavy as an actual person because
It's probably missing a lot of water.
I mean,
Yeah.
me and
It's
Bianca
lighter
can
than it would have
carry it.
been
Yeah, we've got
at
it.
full age, but
Lorenzo-
it's also
Do you
dead
want me to roll
weight.
for it?
Lorenzo is not
how much
carrying
burden?
anything. You are not carrying anything.
It's
you look as injured as I am.
No.
It's still going to be 6 burden because
Mechanically incorrect.
It's dead weight. It's a big guy, and also he's decayed, but not in. It's really interesting. He's almost like more like a mummy. So he's probably lost like Murray. Oh, he's probably like 5.
He looks like Murray.
No. He's probably like.
Could have been Arvin,
I'm
but
gonna
no, it's
say I'm
Murray.
gonna say 5 burden, but he was like a
Okay,
6'3"
5 burden,
muscular
I can
guy.
carry him.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Because
We're not going to let you.
What I was trying to get at, guys, just so I can finish that, is that he doesn't look like he's been in any way. If you left a body out in the wilderness, they'd be eaten by worms, insects, etc. He looks almost more mummified. So he's decomposed, but in like a mummified way. He's
Preserved.
dried out
Yeah.
and dissolved, but he's not like
Who's got a rule book?
Oh, is that abnormal? Could you do that before?
I don't know.
Murray's
You never
only
reached out that
just
happy
discovered it
Don't
and he's
touch
going
Leonie
wild.
there. That's really inappropriate.
Whoa, podcast listeners
Right.
confused.
Murray was
can-
touching Leone's boobie.
No, he was not.
I'll have you know.
Oh,
I can carry the body.
okay.
Yeah, but I don't think the
Lorenzo can-
party's going to let you.
Fine.
I think you're
Leonie-
the only one being a little baby about. I just pick it. I
Leonie
just pick it
wanted
up.
to carry it.
Can you?
I have full health.
Yeah, let her.
I'm
the
not.
health schmelf.
No, not health schmelz.
Aren't you injured?
No.
Yes, you are.
thought you were.
He is
It
injured.
was like health smell.
Yeah, no. I'm
Then you minus roll
can-
check.
Yeah, I'm injured. I'm injured.
I mean, you are stronger.
No.
No, you are stronger of will. You can take it.
Shut up.
I also roll like a champ.
Yeah, must be nice.
I will at least carry 1/2 of the body.
Yeah.
Nice.
How do you half it?
I mean,
I'll
lift
carry the
from
other
the head or
half.
lift from the
Okay,
legs.
okay.
Look, if we at least get to Nanny Alto's, I can grab my horse and we can put the body over the horse. Okay?
Sounds great.
No more fighting.
Very well.
Beautiful. Let's go.
Do we need to roll a strength check?
Not if.
Do you have
Not
the
if
burden?
you're. How much burden do you have available? To you?
6? There's 6 on there.
I love that you don't.
What do you-
know.
what do you
just like
carry?
it says 6. I don't know where it says 6.
She's a
She's
spring duck toy and short rations in a separate thing.
so that is
in
2.
the same thing.
No, short rations takes up 1 burden.
Oh, does it?
So if the duck is
no,
a
it
quarter,
doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
oh, is that a
doesn't-
quarter?
it's- it
Then they
takes a
should be in the same
quarter.
thing.
Takes a
Yeah,
quarter.
sorry,
So
my
you
mistake.
have 5 out of 6 and a backpack, which is a separate
So
thing.
you could just carry him
Yeah,
if you
you can
wanted on
just-
your
Yeah.
own.
Let's go.
Go, Leonie.
Okay.
What do I have to roll?
Nothing.
You just got it.
And maybe
Actually
we...
devastated. She didn't have to roll.
Yeah. So something
You didn't have a chance of
You are
failing.
perfectly capable of this, and it's easy.
So we're trying to do
I wanted to
something.
drop
We're
the
trying to
body.
do something in Gateway where like characters that can feasibly do things get to just do the thing.
Okay, so I just go.
So you can't
Yeah,
just
pretty much.
critically fail at a task that has
You
no
should
time
do.
requirement and you can competently
Like
do it.
opening a
Can't
door.
pick up
Yeah,
anything
exactly.
else. Like it takes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
Should
You
be
are.
okay.
You're probably straining a little bit. Like it's a heavy burden to carry max.
You're
burden.
maxed out. Like you are
But-
maxed out.
but you can
do
manage.
it. Yeah.
What is the burden of a dead man?
Heavy burden to carry.
5.
That was great. That's a fantastic title for the episode. Sorry.
The burden of a dead man.
Very poetically.
See how we go on the title for the episode might be Witch's Cackle.
True.
We'll see. Was that you? I thought that was the thing.
Yeah, I know, right?
He's getting there. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Speaking of, let's go to the cackling lady.
What is with our strange banter in the forest?
We were almost killed. It was very
I think
devastating.
it's
Trauma.
yeah, shell shock. I've seen it before.
And,
What? The ghost?
That was the real one.
Yeah, thank you for the subscription. Moving on.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tasha.
that stone you got, Lorenzo, keep that hidden for now? Is that
Yes.
we're all in agreement?
I think we need to understand it before we go blabbing about it.
Fantastic.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I remember that some of us didn't see the stone. I think it was just you two.
Yeah, I believe that is correct.
So, what stone?
The thing you tried to grab from the body.
This man is very heavy. Can we
Pardon?
please? Can we please?
Do you want to
Oh, sorry.
you
Yes.
can ask Lorenzo?
later.
Okay. I just told him not to touch it.
You plod into town. Are you trying to be discreet at all?
No, we're not plodding into town. We're plodding to
plodding.
Nanny's.
Listen.
Nanny
Not to
Alto
do
is
that.
on the outskirts of town,
Yeah.
so you're heading
Oh,
towards
okay.
town.
As
Sure.
straight as I can, carrying a man.
I'm not
Do
bothering
we,
to
do
be
we want to
discreet.
leave the body just inside the woods or take it straight to the cottage?
I think if we leave it outside, there's a chance a wolf might try to.
Have you
What?
seen any wolves around here?
I'm just guessing.
Would you?
I mean, someone can also stay with it.
Yes.
I can hear Nanny. She's
Thanks,
so
Ollie,
close.
for the sub.
Apparently, there's witches in the forest. Maybe we shouldn't leave it here.
You guys hear Nanny Alto cooking in the distance as you
She's
get
very
closer.
enthusiastic about this next batch of soup.
Yeah.
Laughing at Jamie Oliver trying
She
to
better
do Asian
not
recipes or
be-
something.
Cooking my horse.
I'll stay with the body.
Okay. I'll.
We just be there already.
Yeah. Let's go to Nanny.
Well,
Thanks for some.
Leonie is staying with the body
no,
at the
I
edge of
really
woods.
appreciate the frustration directed at me when I asked the question 2 minutes ago and it took you 2 minutes to get to the answer, and then I'm blamed for that because I asked, "Are you just walking into the thing?" So you're staying back, and the rest of you walk out. Okay.
Up to them, but I'm
A couple of
walking out.
laborers you see do notice you and kind of cast odd-looking eyes at you, wounded people, but not helpful. Just sort of keeping wary looks at you, and you head towards Nanny Alito's house.
I will look back at them.
They meet your gaze and then sort of walk off.
Okay, great.
There's
Do you,
no.
do you want the axe? Yeah, there you go. Enjoy.
Wow, that's a long distance range. Aren't you
don't
back at
like
the back at the edge
axes.
of the forest?
Well,
Very.
and you don't. If you're carrying the
barbaric.
body, you can't carry the axe because
there you go.
bird.
Oh, I
yeah.
had it anyway.
Yeah. There you go.
Look,
Oh,
I
yes.
have it this whole time.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a witch. Is it?
You arrive at the house. The door opens. Nanny Alito is standing there.
We did it.
Back already.
Yes.
I
And so,
plonked the axe.
as I said at the start, I have very little voice. My Nanny Alito is
Yeah.
gonna
Aw.
suck compared to last time
That's all right.
because it hurts to be in that
now,
Yeah, yeah.
range of voice.
we technically, I know, agreed to deal with this problem.
Can we have someone on the character buttons because we need Nanny Alito?
She's not available.
Oh, sorry, that would be me.
Subscribe.
Now we need the cackle. Okay.
Oh, you did the job.
We did, and while it was completed as repayment for your kind services, I am also afraid it took a lot from us, and we may need a little more time to recover.
Oh, that's all right. I still want the horse.
What about this? And I point at the axe.
Oh, I don't need an axe.
Okay, I'll lift it up and go show her the crest on it.
Okay, she's gonna make a roll.
Does this mean anything to you?
Oh, yes. That's the mayor's husband's axe. I remember it.
What happened to the mayor's husband?
Nobody knows. He went missing.
How
In the
long,
forest, perhaps?
Yes.
how long ago?
About 5 years.
Well, despite your warnings about the forest, it was somehow more cursed than we thought. There was something very weird and wrong with a tree in there.
Oh, one of those ones with a face on it, eh?
No, it.
Or one of the ones that looks like a hoo-ha.
No.
We
One
did
of
in
the
fact
ones.
pass several of those, but no, that was not the one.
There's
we-
Is
often-
that what you were looking at, Arvin?
There's often owls hooting in those crooks.
Okay. No, this was an axe-wielding kind of tree.
what we
I've never heard of one of them.
No.
what we met with
That makes multiple of
defies
us.
description.
Make a some kind of. You could probably use authority.
Okay.
I'm going to say this is fairly hard check. I'm going to say challenge level 4, basically to get her to believe something you have. It's supernatural. It's like saying I saw an
I
alien.
mean, she kind of seems supernatural.
That's an assumption.
It is, but I also felt the healing of the soup. And that felt pretty weird.
Healing of
What the fuck is this character sheet?
Oh, God.
What do you mean?
Is it Inspector Magnus?
Esprit Corps?
That's in Spanish.
Why is it Spanish?
Because someone made a Spanish. What?
I'll have you know it's French.
Is it French?
Yeah.
Did we had a fan translate a character sheet fully. They spent all their time translating it into French.
Parlez-vous français?
How did I only just notice this?
I don't know.
And you filled the whole thing out?
I filled nothing out.
Is this a prank that you played on Jazza? Did you copy it?
Right. What date is it? It's bloody April 1st.
Oh my gosh, it's April Fool's!
It's bloody April 1st.
Do you want this for chance?
Wow.
Put it on the camera. Put it on the camera.
This is something of an intrusion.
I'd like
No,
to
it's-
remark
it's
to
good.
everyone how hard it was to copy both his handwriting and also his doodles.
I didn't question it. It has the same smudgialities of my.
Yeah, it sure does.
You did you
Also,
did you manually match the
is the
smudgy
handwriting the
wall?
same? How did you not notice it wasn't your handwriting?
What did I have?
Because I tried to copy it.
I wrote back rack slut on Mike.
I'm sorry, what?
I was like, why does it say back rack slut? But no, that's actually, I actually wrote that myself.
Oh, my God.
How did I take this off? You know the funny thing is, the only reason I suspected anything was I was like, I have no authority, charm, or deception.
Did you put it at 0?
It's just not filled in. He just forgot to fill in. There are. So I'm like, wait, no, I have no authority or trampoline.
So worth it.
Well done, Murray.
That was.
Who
Happy
translated
April
that?
Fool's Day.
I have to say, it's,
I've not been
Mama
impressed or
is saying
delighted
it was
by
them
an
in
April
chat.
Fool's
Here we go.
prank in a very
Hell
long
yeah.
time.
You know what's
Thanks,
good?
Mama.
A
That's
harmless
amazing.
prank.
Thank you.
Harmless pranks, 10 out of
That
10.
was really, yeah. Thank you.
Wow.
I want to shake your hand.
And I want to say thank
the
you
fool now?
to Vaughn for editing that into a short. Much appreciated.
Clip them apples.
Thanks, yeah,
Also,
thanks for
this
the
is going to
clips.
be the most unhinged short episode of the roleplay in the series so far.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it. So,
Wait.
you
Oh,
were
we were
rolling to
rolling.
convince Nanny Alto that you saw something supernatural.
Of your experience.
It's really hard to like play trauma with this sort of energy in the room.
Like you want to roll reflex, hey?
The poor friend.
I know so much French.
Yeah.
This is so impressive.
J'aime le poisson rouge.
Ooh.
The
Est-ce que je peux aller aux
goldfish.
toilettes?
Yeah, I don't know what you're saying. I can't speak French.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Je voudrais un bout de croissant.
Wow.
I'm back at it again with my roll.
So close.
Nanny Alito just puts her hands on her hips and said, "Oh, young people with their tall stories. I'm sure it was a tough journey in the
You
woods.
think I would lie about something like that?
Well, what
Me?
you describe is impossible. And I'll
I
have you
thought
know,
so too.
I'll have you know, the king's henchmen are good at lying. They do it all the time.
It's not honourable to lie, so I highly doubt that.
She's not wrong.
And what
but
experience
also,
did you have?
Also, Bianca is not wrong either. I also do not know how to comprehend what we saw, but she speaks the truth.
You can go into the woods if you like. There's a large clearing.
Oh, no. I must. It's Nanny Alito's fault. I'm so sorry. I must have picked the wrong mushrooms in my old age.
Listen,
You have seen things with your eyes that are not real.
That is the first logical explanation I've had, but I feel that
Sometimes
it?
the mushrooms make you see things.
Do mushrooms ever result in this happening to people? I sort of say, like, indicating
Well,
the
one
three of
time
us.
Bergen was young and he was on the bad mushrooms, and him and his best friend got in a fight. And you see, they believed they had fought a monster, but in fact they had inflicted wounds upon each other.
Then where did we get the axe?
I don't know, you found it.
And the dead
It's old.
body in the woods.
What dead body?
Do you want to come see?
No, that sounds repulsive.
You want to see a dead body?
I think it's linked to
Someone
this,
in...
and I point at the crest on the axe.
I'll have you know, I'm not, in fact, really very invested in crime investigation. I'm just an old lady who makes food for people.
Then why would you send us into the woods?
Well, because I thought that perhaps you would help and stop things going missing. I don't know.
And we've helped.
Good.
And we're here to report about what we saw.
Excellent.
Does she react to the fact that she's got like a hole through her stomach, and I think he does too?
You look quite injured.
Sick. She cared last time.
We're done here. I will walk out.
Oh,
You can say I'm walking out.
you're not...
I suggest you take the axe to the mayor if you think
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said
I'm
it's the
taking the
mayor's old husband, old mayor.
I think we plan to. However, would you mind if we perhaps cleaned up first? It'll be becoming of us to walk through the town like
Come,
this.
Come through, of course. There is a tub out the back. The water's a bit cold, though.
Thank you. Dibs.
Cool.
Yeah.
You guys clean up and have a bath.
Ooh, you don't want to be lost in that bath.
And Jen spends an hour, Leonie spends an hour standing in the woods, tapping her wrist, waiting for them with a dead body.
Do you, like, make conversation? Or...
Dead body.
Or that's what she gets for being on
Hey.
full health.
That serves you right,
I'm
sniper.
gonna take my
You can
horse.
stand there for an hour and not bleed.
As well.
Think about-
Also, Jazz's character, yeah, that's fine. Jazz's character actually knows what happened, so
Oh, 'cause you saw the
So do I.
you guys know the whole story of exactly
It
what
doesn't
happened.
mean we believe it.
Okay.
You guys is in these two.
Yeah.
Can
those two.
you
Which is
for-
not any more revealing for podcast listeners. So Bianca and Lorenzo both know.
Those two.
Can you refresh the memory of the viewers?
Okay, there was a sheet of, it looked like a repeating waterfall, but it was made out of amber, and it had this moving image on it of this guy and this bigger, broader guy who we knew instinctively was his dad, and he like weakly tried to hit the tree with his axe because it was clear his dad told him to, and then his
He didn't
dad
want
was
to chop down the forest.
yeah, unimpressed with his effort because it was like the oldest tree in the forest or something. I don't know. And then the dad got really angry at the son, and the son became like the amber tree with the axe in it because of his feelings of hurt or something. And then the angry second boss that we fought was the anger of the dad.
Is that right?
Close enough.
Okay, cool.
I tried.
No, that's good. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't believe any of that.
I remember like pieces of it, just not who was angry at who or who swung the axe.
The dad is always the bad one.
Yeah, true. Okay. Yes. Wow. Daddy issues, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
That's why we...
you bond.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to talk about it.
No.
Okay. I guess we'll head back to Leonie
Yeah.
once we're
Cool.
done.
You want me to
And
back
I
up?
leave.
You have a body and an axe.
I have my horse.
Bye.
Bye, Nanny.
Idiots.
You can put the dead body on the horse.
Oh, sick. All right.
Nice.
Thank you for the tip.
Okay, into town. To the mayor.
It doesn't show whose name.
It was a tippy? Yeah,
It doesn't show
didn't
whose
get the
name.
notification
Does,
for that,
yeah, but that's how I know it was a tip. But it doesn't show the name.
Oh, that's a problem.
We'll
Yeah.
work. It's all
It doesn't show it in
work
the
progress.
dash.
Yes,
That's the only
appreciate
thing.
it. Thank you.
The goal
Hopefully
is
we'll see it later.
The goal is to fix tips. So,
Fix everything.
Yeah.
Okay, into town.
Let's go. Do you have like a...
Oh, it
are
was,
we-
it was pheromone. It shows up, and I can also mute them if you'd like.
As in just us
Okay.
going into town or everyone?
Yeah.
Do
I
we have
think
to
everyone.
manually do that whenever we...
Okay. Now,
They're now muted.
what are we doing with the body?
Do we have to
On the
manually
horse.
do that when we... That's
Dead
annoying.
body on top of a horse.
Anyway,
Prop them up. Make them look like they're riding.
All right, I'm going to walk behind Bianca so she looks like she's leading this.
are we covering the body?
Apparently not.
That's what I was.
That was literally what I was asking.
I am going to briefly go back and say thank you to Bella for lozenges for the tip. But what I
we
can do is
cover the
pause
body.
alerts.
I
I'm going
just
to
don't
try
have
this.
Thanks, Bella.
As I said, this will be our scuff stream. We may as well just put all the scuffed into one stream. I can try doing pause alerts, and then if I in like 10 minutes unpause, they might all come together, and then I can like read them, and then we can edit that.
cool.
So I'll give it a crack.
Yeah, cool.
So I've clicked pause alerts, and then in 10 minutes I'll unpause it and see if they come.
Cool.
All
But
at the
then
same time, yeah.
I like that. Let's give it a go.
Well, if anyone has something we can put over the body, I'm open to ideas.
I duck into Nanny Alto's and ask if I can borrow
Sure,
it.
you get a rag, you get a blanket. Go. You cover the body.
Great.
You're walking into town with the body. Where are you going?
The body is on the horse, covered by a blanket.
Cool. And you've gone where?
We're going to the mayor.
You go to the mayor house. No one stops you.
Great.
Do you have the axe?
You arrive at the mayor's house.
I do have the axe.
Sick.
You knock at the door. The mayor answers.
Oh, does she answer?
Productive.
Did
It's
she?
the middle of the day this time. So
Okay.
it's not
Hello.
like the door swings open.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you the mayor?
Yes. What do you need?
We fixed your problem.
I don't have a problem.
The forest.
The people disappearing and
I think the town has a problem.
Well, had.
Had.
Might we come in? We have something to show you.
No.
it's a dead body.
Definitely not.
If I may, and I will produce the axe and show her the crest. I think this is of import to you.
Make an empathy check.
Come on.
But I'm not empathetic.
Empathy check.
Bianca.
Assist.
You may. You get an extra dice.
Oh,
Stop
thank
the
you.
dick.
Make an empathy check. Challenge level is 3.
You're preemptively offering a handkerchief.
She's sad.
3.
Yay.
She's taken aback as you sort of present this axe with a family crest with a level of taste and decorum that sounds like you kind of put the demand out of your voice. And I like have this axe which has your family crest on it. That was Hector's. Where did you find this?
May we come
Come in.
in to explain?
Come.
Thank you. Okay, you carry it.
I could just wait.
She just sees that you have a blanket. You didn't say you had a dead body.
No, but there's a horse.
How
You can't
about-
bring
Yeah,
a horse
yeah,
inside.
the horse is just going to stay on the
Lorenzo
horse.
did say we had a dead body.
Jazza did.
Okay.
And he's a dickhead.
But I can't.
And nobody listens to the jazzer on
I
your
can't
shoulder.
bring the horse into the house.
No, don't bring the horse. Just
I'm going to help Leonie take the bundle off the horse.
Maybe we should take her around the back.
What are you doing?
All right, fine. We take the body to the house with the blanket.
Why?
I don't know why.
you don't want to leave it out there.
I shouldn't DM, but like...
Okay, Leonie says no.
Hands up, hands up, hands up. DM helping here. Hands up if your husband was dead, if you would like 5 strangers to walk into your house and plop his body on the bed and be like, yo,
No.
don't just leave it on the horse.
Fine.
Forgot it was her husband.
Mayor, I know what you want to see. A decomposing corpse in your house.
Okay, can I tie my horse up here?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
she
of course.
did throw
Okay.
pee at
I will
Bianca,
tie my-
so-
And it's the body is wrapped. It's nicely secured. No one's going to steal it.
Baby.
And then a goblin steals the body.
Nanny makes
what we're
me-
I just want to
expecting.
wrap this bad boy up.
We go
Okay.
in the house. We're in
All
the
right,
house.
we'll go
Yay.
You have. You've been
house.
invited into the house.
Yay.
Hard-won victory.
What a beautiful house you have.
It's not. It's actually
What
just
a-
surprisingly Spartan for nobility.
At least
What?
it's clean.
Okay.
And it's
House.
not either.
At least it's warm.
That's what we got.
So it's actually quite dark and uninviting. A lot of the rooms have cobwebs and sheets thrown over them as if they're not used. You'd heard that the mayor had fired all of her staff after her husband died, and it's quite clear that she lives now a very administrative Spartan life, and she kind of just uses the portion, and obviously her son's gone as well. She just uses like the portions of the house that are required for her. So like because it's a manor.
Wait, where's her son? Oh.
Because it's
Never mind.
because it's a manor, that means like 2/3 or more of the house is completely unoccupied.
Well, at least it has a roof.
Thank you
she
for letting us.
sits you down. She doesn't offer you any refreshments or anything. She just sits down in the sitting room, which is she lights a little lantern, sort of brings over a candle and puts it in an oil lantern and a cup. Maybe does 2 or 3, so the room's got a little bit of light in it. Clearly doesn't usually use it when you sit down. There's a puff of dust out of the fabric that's settled into it. Yes? So
we heard the town was having disappearances in the woods of late.
We went in there to help and investigate. Nanny Alto told us just a little bit about the problem, and we wanted to help.
Well, that old kook.
She was very kind.
Yes, and her food's good, but tall tales from her. So, where did you find it?
In the center of a glade.
Middle of the forest, really.
And what was it? A bear or a pack of wolves?
This is where it gets hard to explain.
Can I get up and snoop around while they're dead in conversation? I
Sure.
specifically want to see if she's got any amber in this house.
Okay. Yep. Make a investigation check, and you're now out of the conversation for a couple of minutes.
No worries.
Nope. Hang on. Whoa!
Sweeping success.
That is a
Gain something.
Damn.
I just
Pure damage on the bookshelf. Congrats.
I think you get something like spirit.
You get spirit back.
So, you don't find any amber in her house.
do I find anything else?
You just asked if you... What? You said you're searching for amber with this check, and basically you didn't find any. Yeah, her house seems like what you'd expect. There's nothing. What are you looking... You're only in this room. There's like some old silverware. There's some
I want
bookshelves.
to go explore the whole house.
Oh, that...
Do you want to roll again?
Make a stealth check. Challenge level 4.
Can I use reflexes instead of finesse? Like the cat.
Sure.
What was that?
I don't know what that means, but just do it.
That's how she sneak.
You're not going to beat 4 anyway. Boom. As you get to, you're allowed to, you manage to snoop around the whole room, but as you get to the precipice of the room, she's like, young girl, have you got itchy legs? The seat's over here.
I was just looking for the bathroom.
Right, there isn't one.
Oh.
You don't have a restroom.
Chamber pots. She just points to a chamber pot that's sitting next to the door, ready to be emptied.
Ew.
I would have thought you'd be well acquainted with that one.
With that specific check.
Most people don't have toilets.
Yeah.
Like almost everyone doesn't have
Like
toilets.
a chamber room? Like
No.
a
No.
room?
They just piss
They
out of
shit
the
out
floor
the
of their
window.
bed,
I feel like
and then they throw it out the window. You literally keep a chamber pot next to your bed.
Yeah, Leonie would be used to that.
I feel educated
maybe
in this
not.
regard because I've been playing Kingdom Come Deliverance too. Holes out the side of the
Yeah, and you just throw
buildings
the piss
and
out the wall.
shit down the walls. Like, yeah.
Hold it.
I'll just hold it.
Cool.
If
Sit
I
down
can.
then.
You're holding the pot.
Yes.
So now that that's done,
Charming.
you were
I don't know what you were saying.
going to try and convince her of supernatural things, which is going to be very difficult.
No. No, I'm not.
Okay.
If it was in the middle of a glade, it doesn't seem to be eaten by anything. It shows signs of age, but nothing untoward. Like it is whole, if that makes sense.
It is unclear what happened to him, is what he's trying to say.
Who? I thought you just found the axe.
No,
There was a person with the axe.
And you said you stopped whatever was happening. So what was it?
Let's call it. There was basically a nest that was attacking people.
A nest of what?
It was a large, corrupt-looking tree being,
Something monstrous.
some creature. It attacked us with this amber that fell upon us in waves. Then it transforms when we.
I do not. She starts to stiffen her back, and I do not know by what artifice you have got my husband's axe, but you will not con me with some story of walking trees and amber rain.
The tree did not walk. It stayed still, but it
Look, regardless of what he's saying, we think we've put a stop to this infestation. And we found this and thought it was important for you to have. And we did get a little knocked up along the way. And I don't know if you can still see any wounds or anything. Not that kind of knocked up. Not that kind of knocked up. Hey, don't make that face. That's a phrase. Knocked.
Yeah, a phrase
Knocked around?
Scratch.
Yeah,
Knocked
knocked
about.
around.
We got
Yeah.
knocked
The
up.
tree did penetration, and after the tree penetrated you were knocked up.
about.
I understand.
What are the ramifications
Okay.
of that?
We were knocked about a bit.
Thank God clipped.
So-
Chat's on top of it.
Our
They're like,
memory, our memory of it might be a little fuzzy. So excuse me.
Already fantasizing about the amber monster.
But the point is, this felt
Smash.
important for you to know.
If you don't believe our tale, we do not question that, but we thought it best to at least return yours to you.
And perhaps if, well, when you see you are ready to, there is a body that can be buried. Perhaps some closure that will come with this. Though I'm sure will be difficult to see. Perhaps no more difficult than living without someone.
You say you have found my husband.
Yes.
We believe so.
Take him to the physician. She gives you directions. I will see him when I'm ready.
Very well.
We will take our leave then. Thank you.
Leonie, put down the pot.
Yeah.
Let's go.
There's a new interest in chamber pots.
There's a gift that has been laid by a sneaky sneaker.
What?
Yeah, something just got put out there
Do you want me to go
by
get
an
it?
orange arm. There's a mysterious spirit in the studio.
What?
Oh, it's freaking lozenges.
Oh.
We open a
The lozenge angel. Because we got a tip for lozenges.
Thank you, spirits
Oh my
of
gosh.
the sore throats.
That's amazing.
The witch.
Honey and lemon strepsils extra. Thank you.
Thanks, Nanny Alto.
Nanny Alto just delivered a void.
amazing.
Amazing. Thank you.
Nanny Alleviator.
Ah,
No.
no,
Wow.
tough crowd. You had your joke. You're done. That's enough for tonight.
Quota of 1.
So what are we doing?
We are taking the body
Yeah.
on the horse to the physician.
You take it to the physician.
Yeah.
You drop it off.
Yep.
Say
Explain to the physician. We don't just lob it through the window.
the
Say the mayor.
mayor
The mayor.
requested.
I saw.
The mayor writes you a letter and you hand it to the
Ooh,
physician,
I
and
proudly handle it.
they
over.
receive it and they take the
No,
body.
you don't get it.
And they're happy to do that.
Cool.
Now we need to rest for a
And-
few more days.
Yeah. And also, do we leave the axe with the mayor?
I
Do you?
think I
I presume
yeah, I
that we
probably
would leave
left
it on the
with her.
table
Yeah.
unless they basically you
Yeah.
take the thing.
I would have left it with her.
Cool.
Cool.
I guess back to
Afternoon.
We should probably rest.
Uh-huh.
I think
Well, you
there's
guys should probably rest.
we should probably attend to some of those wounds, see if the bandages have shifted.
And you were speaking to the people in the tavern, right, about the woods. That's where you found out the information? You know, the old people in the tavern? That's how you found out that the woods was being spooky and weird?
The people I
No, I
wanted.
found out about Nanny Alto.
It was through a Nanny later.
But weren't they saying something about... Someone overheard that they were talking about the woods.
Wasn't it Alberto? Because he talked to them.
Libero. No, I don't
Oh,
think
sorry.
Libero didn't talk to them.
Alberto.
Okay, well, the point is that
Sorry.
somebody heard something from the villagers about
Yeah, someone
not
went
going
and
into the
socialized
woods.
and had a really good roll.
And I was saying maybe we could inform the villagers the woods are safe.
Hey, there you are.
Oh,
It's you.
I've been looking all over for you.
hello.
It's the lady and the horse.
You done with your business then?
We need a few more days.
I don't think we got it, mate.
Why? What makes you say that?
Well, look, I've been talking to the lot you're with, Celeste, and the old man.
Libero.
Yeah, them, whatever. Anyway, well, first of all, I'm only getting paid for the job, not for the time. So I kind of want to skedaddle. But second of all, a bunch of the people in the town said, starting to get a bit antsy about you a lot and say something about the old Cavalier of the Crown being here too long. And I got my ear to my ground and I sort of think...
Did you alleviate any of their concerns?
Oh, no. They're right.
You're with us, you know that.
You lot are right, mate. You make a lot of trouble.
Do you know how far it is to the next?
On a day's journey.
Look, you remember that ambush that happened where you hid in the cart and we did all the fighting?
Right, yeah.
Yes, if that happens again, you need us to be at full health. And currently, I will pull open Lorenzo's shirt and a big bleeding wound. Currently, we are not able to do that.
Did you just rip
All
his
right,
shirt?
but let
Yes.
me...
No, I just put it up.
Let me throw this at you, oh generously genius one. And he bows a little bit and he's like, I reckon I think
Proper
if...
respect at last.
I reckon, look, I might just be a commoner, but I reckon if there's a group of what you say would be assassins that maybe we're looking for, I don't know, 4 troublemakers and a cavalier that make a whole lot of noise wherever they go, if we sat in this place for a week, maybe it might be easier to find us. And I just thought another day further from the capitals, another day further for trouble.
He isn't wrong.
How far is the next town?
Plus, I'm pretty sure that witch lady was
about the
watching
day.
me when I was getting a bath on. I kind of want to get out of here.
It's about the day's journey.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
It didn't happen for the record, but we cannot
I'm
know
sorry
the... That's just what he said. I'm confirming to the audience Nanny Alto is a saint. It didn't happen.
Your feelings are valid
But
neither
that's
way.
what he said happened.
Allegedly.
He just reckoned that happened.
Okay.
I will say that if we stay here longer, we will owe Nanny.
Your horse, right? Yeah, she wants your horse.
I think she wanted your donkey, actually. She said the name horse, not the horse.
No, she didn't want an ass.
Bianca, I think he's right.
Look, I know you're beat up, but
How are you
Let's
going
push
to
on.
move?
I was on the cart before. I'm just going to have to stay on it again. It's a day.
Fine, but if anything happens, stay in the cart.
plus, can I be honest? How am I, or young Arvin here, and he slaps it, Arvin like you have this rapport that you don't have, you know, that kind of thing.
Friendly
He's like,
Mate, old mate.
He's like, me old mate.
slowly.
He's like, how are us boys going to find any nice young ladies? If you know what I'm talking about, because this town's just. Have you seen the competition here? Everyone's built like a truck. As he says that, like two like lumbermen walk past, like the TikTok lumber guy, like rolled up sleeves and muscles and hairy chest and everything. He's like,
You're on a job.
What is
I
a
don't
truck?
think that's your first priority.
it's always my first priority.
Well, maybe that's why you're so bad at your job.
What is a truck? just let that one just slip by. What's a truck?
Okay. Well, do we have the night according to your observations?
I don't know. I'm not an expert on getting assassinated, but you guys seem to be. So maybe, how long do you reckon it takes?
Can I do an insight to see if this
Yeah.
seems to be founded on a specific...
Sure.
I'm going to be honest.
Like,
I prefer
information
to stop
or
accruing
event.
experience in the assassination business.
Make an insight check.
I wasn't here for the last one.
You hear the rumbling sound of a carriage moving through the cart, and you look at it. It says Truck and Co. Carriage Company on the side of the cart that
a
rolls
truck.
past. A truck.
That's a 4.
4 successes. You do not. You get the feeling he's not talking about any specific knowledge, just a rising sense of concern.
Okay.
But it may be completely baseless.
So
It could be, but
How are you feeling?
look, not well, but I can manage.
I mean, we can put him on the cart. You can ride your horse.
I can't ride a horse if I don't have it.
Why would you
Which
not have the
you
horse?
will have if we leave on the morrow.
Yeah, you might be able to find a doctor or something that's not going to charge you a horse
we have
for a bit of
paid Nanny
medicine.
Alto for the time she has had us. If
Also-
you have us but one more night, we can leave in the morning.
Gentlemen. And he bows his head a little bit. He's assuming he's going to appeal to the two of you. Do you know that Nanny Alto's food is actually very good, but do you know what the next town's known for? They're beef, mates.
Beef mates.
No, mates, they're beef. They got the
They
best.
eat their mates.
I thought you were intimidated by the beef mates here.
Is that another word for cow?
Yeah, beef. Like meat.
But they're friends with the
No,
cow.
they've got the best meat in Appley, all right? It's good food.
Oh, there's an apostrophe after the meat.
Oh, my
I
God.
Regardless of
understand
what
now.
they think of a Cavalier of the Crown, I can't help but thinking talking will get moving very rapidly, and I don't think people will believe the story we have to tell them.
Well, no, because you shouldn't be telling them that story. That's why.
Have you ever seen a cattle ranch?
Do you ever stop talking?
Do you?
No, it's my job.
Damn, well, geez, you've got a lot of jobs, lady. God damn, you.
It's a
You know,
tough
you lot
gig.
are very difficult to get along with. I'm off.
Why do I feel like Ricky Gervais is traveling with it?
And he just walks back
It's
to
so
an Nanny
good with
Alto's
the
with his
lozenge in your
donkey.
mouth.
Yeah, true. The
You
lozenge
actually need to
adds
like
to
shove
it.
like a dice in your mouth every now and when you do this character.
All right. All right. You'll fall in love with him eventually.
Yeah,
I like him.
yeah, he's good.
We'll see you there.
I like how you play him.
Yeah.
I don't like him. What were you saying?
I lead the way to Nanny Alito's place. Nanny Alito, we don't want to be a burden much longer.
Good.
Specifically because I don't think we can actually manage you repaying you beyond the forest restoration that we've done. But would, as a part of what we have done, you allow us to stay one more evening?
What? Wasn't that part of the deal? Wasn't the deal?
Can I roll charm?
Yes. Challenge level 3.
Oh, I'm injured. See how this goes.
Can we help?
I got 2. Can you help?
Yeah, you can have another dice.
3.
I look my least intimidating possible.
He looks around. She. I thought of Danny DeVito. She looks around.
into Danny.
And her eyes pass all of you and then locks on Ilio. And then she's like, oh, okay. But the town is going to tear my walls down if they are denied my food for one more night. You all have a big appetite.
One more night. But
Thank you for
so
your
much.
hospitality.
Eat good soup.
Long
And
rest?
when people do come for your soup, will you tell them the woods are safe now?
Oh, they'll figure it out.
Thank you.
And I will take all the credit, yes.
Fine by me.
It was a joke. But okay.
It was just like,
Way too fast.
And she serves you a delicious
We
meal.
nearly died.
No. I much prefer the legend of Nanny Alto, who bested the monster in the forest.
And she serves you a delicious meal, and you all go to sleep and have a long rest.
yay. Oh, can we do the rest thing?
We can do the rest thing.
Just a long rest.
Long rest.
Do you have the sheet?
Yeah, I don't have the sheet.
The sheet.
You can
The
sleep.
rule book.
I am full health.
Oh, isn't that nice?
If you sleep, you get a knack and a grit.
Okay.
Or I can burn them in that oil. Right?
And do what?
I can assemble traps.
Good, if you
Long
want to.
rest.
No,
But you that's
I can't
assembling
recover from
traps
injury, but
around
I
where you're
can-
Had a
sleeping.
feeling.
It's not an item you carry
I
with
had
you.
a feeling. No, I'll go for the knack and the grit.
Spirit. I will get
You
some-
also get health and spirit.
I don't think you get health if you're injured.
No, not well. You can go up to full health in injured.
Right.
So, but I already have full injured health.
How much health do we get back?
It's a great question.
And spirit,
Jazza will
please,
tell you.
Jazza.
You get with a sleep. You can restore 1 knack and 1 grit, 3 HP and 6 spirit.
Okay.
Okay, and we all rest.
Now, in the night,
Oh dear.
In the middle of the
Lorenzo.
night.
In the dark of the night, people will find her.
when everyone...
When everyone shuts the fuck up.
That's what I wanted to say, thank you.
We're on Twitch now. We can say everything.
Yeah, but
It
it's going to
still
be the
goes
VOD.
to
yeah.
YouTube later.
So, Lorenzo,
Yes.
in the middle of the night,
The Eye of Sauron.
Lorenzo recalls rocking back and forth, tossing and turning in a bed with a fitful sleep, made more uncomfortable by pain. You recall waking up several times and just sort of dazily going back to sleep. Nothing feels particularly restful. In the middle of your sleep, he fires everyone at the table and tells them to shut the fuck up.
I'm trying to give them a check for you, and it's not working.
I didn't know we had 3 Sam Regals.
2.
So,
Guys, I have the emotional music playing.
we've got emotional music playing. We're
respect.
trying to do something here. We're trying to actually role play, you know?
Go on.
So, you...
Wait, is it emotional music or creepy music?
Just go with it. Just go with it.
It's whatever you want. So, you are asleep and you begin to dream. And this dream is sort of fitfully grabbed between little snatches. You kind of fall back asleep and go back into the dream. And in it, there is this red gem swirling, coalescing into itself. Like it's sort of ephemeral, but then it becomes solid. And in the object of all these fitful dreams, you're reaching for it and you're getting closer to it. There's this strange sense of connection to this red gem. And even in your unconscious state, you recall that this is something you possess. And it begins to change its form. Jazza,
Oh.
describe what you see.
What?
What is the gem?
What form does it take?
And what is it? Because you took it from this thing. You found this amber. I don't want to make leading questions. What do you think it is? Describe the dream and the form it takes in your dream. What you think it is.
Is this a leading question? I actually don't understand.
Tell me.
Okay.
So you're creating what it is in your dream. What do you dream it to be in this concept? Like, what do you imagine it to be based off the information you have gathered? In Lorenzo's dream, he's seeking through this fog and looking at this thing. It's Lorenzo's mind, not mine.
Yeah.
What does it take the form of? What does it become? What is it? What was the start of it? What is the end of
Rorschach
it?
test style. I think based on what has happened, what he's witnessed, the gem forms into the face of his father.
Okay. And what feeling does it convey?
There's like branching roads. There's like this really clear sensation that this could be horrible. There's fear, there's anxiety, dread, just smallness and insignificance and worthlessness. But then on the other, there's sort of a yearning. There's a picture of what affection might look like, what connection might feel like. And that also feels strangely like within reach as well. Something that he's realizing, like without realizing, that in his journey away from home, he's been desperate to earn. He's sort of been telling himself it's to him that he'll prove to himself, but really he's deep down wanted to prove something to his father. And it's sort of like the reward he thinks may be there in his heart, but he had never really thought about it.
As these swirling is in a dream, there's a synesthesia. You can feel what you're seeing, and these are the feelings as this gemstone kind of morphs in shape in the dream. And it begins to solidify into this shape of your father's face. If you could condense a lot of those feelings down into one word, what would the word be that best describes it?
Ooh. That's tough. Divide.
And in your dream, Lorenzo pulls out a quill, a writing quill, with a long purple feather hanging out the back of it. His hand reaches forward and he writes on a scroll in floral text, "Divide." And the scroll pulls away from him, shrinks, like it gets further but smaller, and then lays itself, wraps around the top of this little effigy of your father's head. solidifies down, and then you hear and wake up. And there is a hot feeling emanating from the pocket you are holding this gemstone in a handkerchief. The room is silent, save for the sound of soft snores and quiet shuffles in bed, but everyone's asleep.
Was there a knock in the room?
You heard a knock. Was there a knock in the room? You don't know. It's that weird thing of snapping out of a dream. Was there a sound?
Did you hear something or did you just wake up?
You don't know. No one else seems to be stirring though.
Lorenzo doesn't feel like he's going to be getting back to sleep anytime soon.
There's a prickle on the back of your neck and a sense of cold sweats and this literally hot in your pocket where you're holding this thing. I mean, actually, were you wearing it or is it with your belongings?
It's in his pocket, wrapped in. He did put it in his pocket.
But are you sleeping in that, or is it like beside the bed?
Yeah. Look, I'd say he's probably wearing the same pants.
Okay, so he's on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So you feel that burning hot in your pocket.
Yeah. I think he's just going to. He pulls his hand away, just a little haunted. But also, there's something. He's very unsure as to the nature of this thing. Mm-hmm. He's too scared to touch it or to sort of trust it, but he's also just unwilling to sort of put it down for fear of losing what he could learn it is. Mm-hmm. Maybe there's good here, maybe there's something beautiful, but also maybe this could be dangerous. So he's trying to play it cautious and not touch it, but also he's not putting it down elsewhere.
So you're just hot. Did you pull it out of your pocket?
Keeps it in his pocket. He might even wrap it in a couple of layers of
Are you going to put more stuff over it?
Well, just it's hot. I don't know. He
But you probably have to take it out.
Handle it
to
in
do that.
any way, even covered with. I know you're being PC and you're being extremely resistant to touch. Even in the handkerchief, do you handle it?
I would have actually assumed he might have been touching it when he woke.
Okay,
when he was
so it's in his hand.
Yeah.
You distinctly feel that the shape is different.
Well, if he's already touching it, nothing bad's happened.
Well, I'm assuming you're holding it through the handkerchiefs, which you've assumed have provided some kind of security for whatever's. You are wrapped it in a handkerchief already, so I'm assuming you've touched it through a handkerchief already. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you're holding your pocket, you can feel the object of the thing wrapped in the handkerchief has changed shape. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool.
You gotta pull it out and look at it.
You don't have to look at it if you don't want to.
He would. He pulls it out.
And I'm assuming you're being safe and you're not touching it physically. I understand your player's instinct to not do that. Very sensible. Yeah. But do you unlayer and reveal it again? In the moonlight with this thing in the palm of your hand, you drop down that last bit of handkerchief and you are staring at your father's face. Cast in glass. As you suddenly look at this thing that is a perfect replica of your dad's face from memory. It is a glass vial, a round pot with an open rim on the top and a piece of parchment with handwriting on it that says divide wrapped around the rim, the neck of this little vial. So the face of your father's only one face, but then the whole thing is vaguely skull shaped and this bit up the top. And without a stopper, there is this brilliant red that you've seen in the gem, fluid in it that is coming to the brim and overflowing in that sort of surface tension. I think it's the meniscus, but the surface tension is bowing out of the top of the jar.
He
Really was those mushrooms.
Yeah. He picks it up with his hand, he just lets the handkerchief drop.
Mm-hmm.
And then searches for his feather.
You pull out your feather.
And it's just the feather.
Yeah.
He's alone in the middle of the night with the moonlight and a brilliant, vibrant red color and this visceral, haunting, vivid dream in his mind. And this sense of a need for closure from this tension-filled split he sort of faced himself with but the reality of something having been produced in his hands, he's going to pull out his sketchbook,
Okay.
the one that was sort of reformed,
Yep.
salvaged, and turns to a fresh page
Yep.
and cautiously dip the end of the feather in the glass. And he's just like watching really carefully to see what happens.
Make a resistance check. Resistance wisdom.
Okay. Well, I can't because I'm injured.
Okay, so resistance.
Okay.
Gonna base it on your successes.
got
3
3.
successes.
Whoa, 3 for 3.
As the tip of the feather, the quill of the feather touches the the liquid, you feel it pulled in, and like you feel like you have enough strength and control that you could whip it back out if you wanted to, but it's almost like the feather is being drawn into the liquid without, and it's quite a force pulling down the tip deeper into this
Like a
thick
magnet?
red ink. Yeah, like a really strong magnet.
He'll pull it back out.
As you begin to pull it out, there are the liquid sort of sticks to the end of it in a way that defines, it's more like honey. But then there's also these little motes of red, like light bleeding off and dissipating, as if something's happening. And by pulling it out, you're interrupting it.
He'll
You
cautiously
put it back in.
back in.
Cool. It draws all the way down, like it continues slowly drawing until the bottom of the quill hits the bottom of the glass.
Yeah.
And then you feel that pressure release, as if you can now withdraw it without effort. And as you pull it out, the end of the quill is no longer the end of a quill, but cast in amber. Like
It was never a quill, it was a feather.
that's what I'm. The quill of a feather is part of a feather,
Feather
right?
quill,
Yeah.
I think.
okay.
Is
It's
what
like
it's
the
called.
the
yeah.
pokey bit of the feather.
Yeah, I think.
As you pull it out, this amber has solidified, but it looks like it was 3D printed. Like it's perfect into a razor sharp, polished, filed, and shining actual like ink tip pen quill tip, but cast in like solidified gemstone, basically.
Whoa.
And there's this drop of red that just drops down into the vial.
This like feels like to Lorenzo, he feel like this feels like a transcendent experience.
Mm-hmm.
And he can't help but let himself be carried away in his need to create. And he hoping that this crimson ink that he's dipped into will work. And he moves to his paper and he goes to draw an image he sort of like was yearning to see out of the two paths of him embracing his father and his father embracing him back. It's just
So
bringing that about.
the quill hits the paper, and as it touches the top of the paper and you see the red ink sort of sort of spread across like that first blot of ink on the paper as you start to draw the stroke, your vision snaps out and is just replaced with flashes. Like it just, like everything in front of you disappears and is replaced with 3 sudden flashes. Your mum in a bed, your dad screaming at you, the back of his hand smashing into your face and you falling to the floor. Just like boom, boom, boom. And in that moment, you just feel the emptiness of a family broken and divided. And there is a crack and you look down and your hand has just drawn a diagonal line all the way across the table, across the paper. So you thought you were about to do it. And in that flash, you've dragged your hand across the page to the bottom. Lose a spirit immediately.
Yeah.
And as you look at your book, it just falls in 2 halves. Where the line was drawn, it's like it was cut by like a monofilament blade. It's just perfectly severed every page. There's not a single tether of binding undone. It's just like
It was a fresh page, so you just chopped all the unused
the
pages.
the entire book all the way through to the cover. In fact, and then you pull away and the table has just a cut the length of the book through it to the ground.
Can I add a small thing from the book? Way back when Bianca
Well, there was,
gave it to you, maybe in falling out, you can see one of the pages has
So
gone.
Lorenzo goes to pick up these pieces like frantic.
Well, it's just 2 perfect triangles of a book.
Yeah.
Oh, except it's kind of weird because the front half where you'd opened it
Yeah.
is not cut. So it's
Yeah.
just like the back half
Yeah.
is perfectly
Yeah.
cut through.
So on the back, very back page, written in like very elegant handwriting, it says, "Some people should get to follow their dreams," but I assume it's been partly.
Chopped in half.
Yeah.
And your heart is pounding.
Yeah.
And you also feel sick. And you are like a teenager again. And you just feel that you're just filled with this emotion of.
Yeah, he has to. He's got to step outside. Like he's like,
Yeah.
I can't be in here and hold this all in right now. So he steps out and he pockets the ink, puts the feather, the quill, back in his pocket and his coat on, and he goes outside to be alone.
Make an insight check. You can have your full stats for this.
I would not put something that sliced the table
inside-
in my pocket.
Does not
Falls
exist.
hat pockets.
Intuition. D&D brain. It'll never go away.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Yeah.
Thank you.
5 successes.
5.
Nice.
As you walk and let that emotion settle out of you, you have this innate sense that you realize that what you took from that thing was without form, but it was power, and you gave it the form, and you gave it its function.
Ooh.
And that pigment in there is a pigment of division.
What?
So because you carried all that in your heart and your dream and your roiling emotions, that core of emotion that you took from that thing, you have innately and unknowingly formed it into both a method that you can use, a medium you could use, I should say, and a function that you decided. And Lorenzo kind of has that sense that that's what happened.
Wow. That's cool. He's processing that and too terrified to explore or look into any of it. But also like I think through he's walking around from 3, 4 in the morning, just reeling over it, trying to get lost in his, zone out a little bit, but also that's how he thinks. And that's obviously the conclusion he sort of comes to in that time. But at the same time, he's scared and quite overwhelmed. His instinct is to tuck it away, bury it.
And you go back to sleep.
You've got the power of division. Now you just need to collect multiplication and addition.
Just to think back, I'm like, what were the other words
I know
was
how you
thinking
can
of?
do multiplication. Thanks, Jen.
And on that note,
What the fuck is up with this episode?
We're all over the place.
And you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Would also like to point out that my whole thing is let's go back so we can look at your bandages. Before the night I spend my short rest action, you were bleeding, correct?
Oh, was I? Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
I used my medic feat to fix that.
Aww.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad
took the
someone
medic feat.
remembered.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I was
As soon as you
actually,
announced it.
I was sagnament.
Yes.
Sagnament.
From Sanguine.
Sangamo.
So you remove the bleed
I knew
condition.
remove sagnament.
Cool. Thank you. So you burnt the midnight oil.
Yeah.
You said that was a short rest action.
That's what burn the midnight oil lets you do. So you restore different stats. You get less.
Does that mean he was awake to witness stuff?
No, you still sleep. You
You
just
still
just gotta
sleep.
let
That's
sleep.
the idea.
Oh, I see.
All right. So what's the difference for burning the midnight oil? You said less.
Yeah. Jazz has got the book.
Oh, I did. It's burn the midnight oil. Boop.
Excuse me.
Burn the midnight oil. This action represents getting the minimum fitful or uncomfortable sleep to function while using your extra time for another activity. So you get 1 knack or grit and 1 HP and 2 spirit.
1 HP.
1 HP,
Okay.
2 spirit. But thank you very much. That's very selfless of you. I appreciate it. Whew. I had forgotten about that.
Well, good. Conveniently, someone had gone through your character sheet and knew.
Jeez. Genius.
So now you have a
Who
fun
could it
toy.
be?
Yeah. Well,
Just like me.
he'll find confidence in it, but at the moment it's like, what the? Yeah.
And you don't have it yet.
Yeah.
Like, I know what you think. Like, this is that stage of Harry Potter when he's like,
I'm a what?
he's fiddling with stuff and it's not working. Like, he talks
Yeah,
to a
yeah.
snake and it's
Yeah.
weird. And like, what you did is not necessarily the power that you'll be able to
Yeah, for
utilize
sure.
after the fact. It's just that,
Yeah.
you know, burgeoning, dangerous magic.
Yeah.
But it is magic.
Don't say the M word here.
Yeah, it's almost
Wow.
like you resonate with the same type of magic as that boy.
Yeah.
I should say young man. He was like 20.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
And on that note, we're going to end this wild
That's
short
dramatic.
episode because it's 10:35 and we may as well. We got to get a debrief with our Twitch chat before we do our Patreon after party to find out what they thought, pros and cons. But also, you know what I forgot to do, so we shouldn't do it.
Did you do
Wow, that was all at once.
Thank you so much.
Was that like a
That was
reverberation?
him unpausing.
Okay.
Yeah, that was him
Oh,
unpausing
because you
it.
can like read them at the end.
It was just 24 minutes ago.
That was two.
Cool.
Was it?
Sounded like two.
It was
Did.
like loud
It
and
was like a rumbling. Yeah. No, that's a cool idea, and then you can like say thank you in the episode.
Yeah, we'll work it out. We'll work out our system because I want tips to show up
Yeah.
on screen because
Thank you.
Yeah,
they should.
Because we're
even
lost
when we're
and we
role-playing.
need tips to get home.
That's
Thank you.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you to our
so
patrons as well.
much.
Thank you to our patrons.
yes, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, we're
They-
going to
they
say
are somewhere.
they can see the new. This is the new live stream screen
So cool.
on
They are.
Twitch.
Look at that! Look at
Somewhere.
that! Look at our beer glass filling
it's
up.
filling up.
There's
It is.
art on the
And there's
wall.
Easter eggs
That's-
from our campaigns
That's
that will.
$40 progress tonight. Thank you so much. We our goal is to sort of make
Thank you.
Oh, I can get
like,
Hendrax's record.
thingies and stuff.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. How cool is that? We need to figure out what the LUCEVERA thing will be. And
A quill?
You only get it
Oh,
when
a
the
feather's
season
a
ends.
good one.
Only get it when the season ends.
Oh,
fair enough.
A
okay.
feather is a good one.
Yeah. Feather
Or just
covers-
have a
covers
Cavalier's
few
hat, but also with Lorenzo's feather in it.
people. Yeah.
So it's all the
Blood,
quill.
sweat,
Like,
rag
because
at
then
this
there could be
point.
like 3.
Yeah.
I like that.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Quick, say a naughty word.
YouTube? Where?